paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Good morning. Welcome to the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. We have a whole panel this morning. I'm Harvey Freed. Alongside of me, Harry Glanz and Alex Nafusi.
Hey, buddy, what's up, man?
Yeah, it's like we're all back together. Nicole's here, too.
Hey, there's Nicole Moscow from Remax Classic. Nicole, thanks for joining us. Happy to have you in the studio.
It's like the old crew's back.
I really did miss you guys. I know that's weird because usually when you don't see people from work, you're happy. But I was really happy to see you guys this morning.
Oh, good. Hey, we're happy to see you.
Not our crew. We do a lot of stuff together, man. It's been a long time.
We spent a lot of time together.
Absolutely. Come on now.
We've got great stuff, Alex. And, of course, we weren't on the air last week because of July 4th weekend. But we brought Nicole in to talk all about purchasing homes, buying and selling. We are going to dive all into that in this hour. We want to hear from you. 248-539-9797 here live in the studio. Always at Capital Mortgage at 1-800-LOW-RATE. That's 1-800-569-7283. You guys want to jump in on there?
Hey, I'm going to, Nicole, you know I love you. We go back and forth sometimes. You're like,
pretty much.
You're like my twin sister.
No, we're going to hit that on.
Yeah, no, it's on. I got it.
You hear?
I can't
So,
myself.
Nicole, let me ask you a question. So, you know, the issues that I've had recently, and Harry, you can...
We're going to get you there.
You're on, Nicole. You're good, buddy. You know, a lot of the issues I've had recently are appraisals again. Because, you know, I think the market's really, I think it's reached a peak. And, you know, people are having more and more of a tough time having these houses appraised out. So, Nicole, as a realtor, when you list a home and the appraiser goes to the house, what's the first thing you do?
Well, it depends. Sometimes I meet them out there with comps, depending on what the listing is and the scenario behind it.
Your microphone sounds terrible.
Hey, you know what, sweetie? I like your answer. We're going to move you down here to Jeff's mic. Good.
Yeah, swing around.
While Nicole moves, let's pick it up and go something like this. Alex, you said, has the market peaked? Has the market peaked? That's not going to be able to be ascertained until the end of the selling season. Is my mic on now?
You're good.
We're all good.
So the end of the selling season.
We've had 2 weeks off.
It's crazy. I don't know what's going on. It's like not like we've ever done this before. The peak is a pretty strong word right now. We won't know until the end of the season. What's happened so far is that prices have gone up so quickly that the appraised values haven't caught up to the prices yet. So when more and more houses sell, then the values will be up there. So there's a lag. There's a lag right now of 30, 60, 90 days in the value for this season. And that's what's happening. So when we send an appraiser out and the purchase price, let's just use a round number, purchase price is $300,000. The property could come in at $270 because other homes in the area haven't sold through that ceiling of $300,000.
And that's exactly where I was going with that. Where,
right.
You know, as a listing agent, if you don't meet the appraiser at the property, don't call and tell me that the house didn't appraise at the purchase price. If you haven't done your due diligence, don't make that phone call to me. I mean, Harry, Harry, you did actually get one fixed. The appraised value bumped up the other day from one. It was just actually new construction, and the guy had missed some upgrades and that, which is fine. But
right.
You know, I took 3 other calls last week from people that said, you know, I want to rebut this appraisal, which is fine. If the purchase price $300,000 and it comes in at $280,000, you can rebut the value. Absolutely can do that.
Well, there is that process, and you know we do that every day. And there is that process. But the however is that you just can't say it's worth $20,000 more. You have to prove it's worth $20,000 more. So all the realtors that I've talked to, and I talk to a lot of realtors on a daily basis, they all tell me, everyone tells me that they always meet the appraiser at the property with comps in hand. Is that right, Nicole?
That is right.
Not all of them.
Not all of them. I was going to say not for a lot.
They all tell me they do.
No,
I like
it's not
the
true.
realtor community out there.
I don't have appraisal issues for some odd reason, and I think it has to do with because when I list the house, I list it properly to begin with. I meet them.
I'm glad you say that. Of course, you and I do a lot of business together. We've had great luck this year.
Absolutely.
I don't want to jinx it.
And last year.
Yeah,
I mean, we haven't really had, and when we have the buyers, I make sure that I do their comps before we even put an offer in.
Right. Hey, there's some clients of ours that have not gotten that house. You know, we had one recently where the other bid got taken. Hey, but that house might not appraise out.
Absolutely.
And again, instead of dragging our clients through the mud, if they don't want to pay $10,000 or $15,000 out of their pocket, they might not have it to make that happen.
Correct.
So, again, sometimes it is luck. Sometimes it's just a matter of the buyers wanting to overbid because there's a lack of inventory out there.
You know, I make the joke on a weekly basis that if you're going to pretend that you don't care how much something costs and you'll overpay for a house, when it does appraise for less, than what you're buying it for,
Pay the difference.
don't flip out
Yeah.
and call me and complain about it.
Well, what happened in your situation, Alex, is that you had a new construction, and a long time ago, and what really happened is that we had the house appraised before somebody got all the upgrades in there. And even though they knew at that time what their mortgage amount was going to be, when it came down to the end, they wanted to borrow more. So based on that, we had to go ahead and ask the appraiser. It took another week and a half. We had to have the appraiser go out there, view the upgrades, document the upgrades, and thus the appraiser, keyword, the appraiser was willing to change the value.
I like that.
And that's what happened.
And that's a great story. Let's just end with that one. It's a great story because at the end of the day, appraisals couldn't be rebutted. And if the values are there and the comparable sales are there, you need to come to Capital Mortgage and you're going to get a fair appraisal. I mean, at the end of the day, we're going to do everything and put the best, comps forward and our best efforts forward
we
to make
work
sure.
hard on that. That's what we do. We work hard. And if it's accurate, maybe we could do something. Even if it's accurate, we might not have an appraiser that wants to change their mind. They view their appraisals as being Rembrandts, okay?
Right.
They're Rembrandt. It's subjective. They're doing the appraisal, and they might not want to change it. But if you treat people nice, right? Rule number 1, 2, and 3, be kind and be nice. Treat people nice. Provide them with accurate information. Maybe they'll change it.
I'm not going to get into that. 248-539-9797.
Howard doesn't want to get into the treat people
No,
nice.
he doesn't like that kindness
I do
thing.
and I don't. I'm still waiting for a thank you.
Why? Those clients were nice to you.
They were wonderful clients.
They came to the office. They came to
How
me.
about that? In the first time in 27 years, I've had a lot of thank yous, but not to come to the office. Handwritten card to thank you. Give a certificate to say, hey, Harvey, thank you for a job well done here. And they gave you a hug. I'm like, what's
They're
going on here?
beautiful people.
Wonderful people. Hey, if you want to save money, be sure to call Capital Mortgage. We are in the middle of an unbelievable refinance boom. Be sure to call us at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Of course, our phones are off the hook right now. A lot of families out there, past clients and new clients. If you have already refinanced, give us a call. We had so many clients move from 30 years down to 20 years. And now we're seeing those families here with the lower rates. Take a look at that 15 and 10-year fixed mortgage. Alex, you said it. Your dad says it all the time. The key, the goal here is to pay off the mortgage and own that house free and clear. What an asset you can have when you're in retirement.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the object is to save money. That's what we talk about. We save money, and everybody has a different set of circumstances. Some people want to save on a monthly cash flow. They want to lower their payment $150, $200 because that means the most to them. Other people want to shorten the term and save hundreds of thousands over the life of the loan. So when you go from a 30 to a 15 or a 30 to 20, you're going to save hundreds of thousands of dollars on that transaction, depending on your loan amount. It all depends on what your goals and objectives are. Right now is a good time to take cash out and probably keep the same payment. There's equity in people's homes. They can take cash out, use that cash out to pay off toxic debt, your credit card, your revolving debt, and then never run up those credit cards again.
That's the key, Harry.
There are all kinds of options right now, and you have to take a look and explore the best option for you. The however is that with rates being now at all-time lows, don't nickel and dime over an eighth and rate. I mean, it's unbelievable because we just saw the rates trickle back up an eighth in the last 2 days.
Yeah, you're going to want to deal with a local lender that has a grip on the transaction. We get the appraiser out there quicker, and you don't have to worry about extensions and that higher rate bump when you don't close in 60 days.
You need to deal with people who are savvy and who've done this for many, many, many years because one day can make a difference, and you just can't nickel and dime over it. Just do it.
Well, of course, home
rates
prices
aren't going to zero, are they, Harvey?
They might, but I don't think so.
they're not going to zero. Trust me.
Why are you starting that?
I'm not starting. Home prices continue to soar, but again, most in desired locations.
He is. He really is.
Some areas just haven't come back here in Southeast Michigan, where other areas totally have come back and are exceeding it. And that's where we're going with as we continue to talk about appraisals. They creep into our lives every day. Again, so many families now taking advantage of not only a refinance into a lower rate, they're also saying, hey, Harvey, can I pull $10,000 or $20,000 out? Can I do something to, as Harry mentioned, get rid of toxic debt? So a lot of great opportunities.
Remodeling upgrades in their home.
Oh, that's been the greatest part. And of course,
Yes.
Adam just left from Hire It Done. And it's even hard to find these contractors out there. But of
Because
course,
they're also busy.
busy, putting the money back into their house, increasing the value of their property. Again, it's the roof over your head, and again, make it a great place to live. These rates are unbelievable. Harry, these are the lowest interest rates since I've been in the industry. It's about going on 27 years. So I know that these are the best rates ever. Again, it's not even part of the conversation anymore. It's just an opportunity for people.
Yeah, so if you took a look at that curve, Harvey, since you've been in the industry and even go back another 20 years, you're looking at the lowest they've ever been. There are tremendous amount of opportunities, there are tremendous options right now, but And, you're never going to get them at the low, and you certainly don't want to make a decision where, you take your time and, things don't work out for you. But everybody's busy in the market right now. Appraisers are busy. Title companies are busy. Transactions are taking a little longer. Purchase transactions we're on time with. So, we really have nothing to complain about. But to our entire client base, we took a position on Thursday. We locked in our entire pipeline, right? Sent out the email, took a look at it. We locked our entire pipeline because we protected our clients at their current low rates. Because guess what? We can't do anything when rates start going up. It's like buying a stock. If the stock's at $5 and then you have to put in that order to your broker to buy the stock at $5. If you just say, I'm going to think about it, then Friday rolls around.
It could be at $7. It could be at $3.
The stock's at $5.50 or $6. You can't go back into the market and buy it at $5. That's the same thing with interest rates.
Well, of course, home ownership is just unbelievable opportunity. If you come and join us here on the show, 248-539-9797, we'll get you approved on your new mortgage and show you how the whole process works. Come on back.
Spas, Hot Tub Swim Spas. Save thousands at the Hot Tub and Swim Spa sale now. Millions of dollars in inventory must be sold. Brand new hot tub slashed. See the amazing Michael Phelps Swim Spa. Free admission at the Suburban Collection Showplace in Nova. Call 1-800-SPA-SALE. That's 1-800-SPA-SALE.
Hi, Harry Glanz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, and they're not going down to zero. So what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. If you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
Warm weather, picnics, days on the beach, and sunny skies. But does that have to mean energy bills as high as the temperature? Sharonda from DTE Energy is here to tell us how we can manage our energy use.
Hello.
So how can we lower our energy bills as temperatures rise?
DTE wants everyone to know that there are a lot of ways to save on natural gas and electric bills.
Whew, like what?
For starters, there are no-cost ways to use less energy. For instance, grill outside instead of heating up the stove, and wash your clothes in cold water.
Well, that's easy. What else?
Well, properly setting a programmable thermostat can save you about $180 a year in energy costs. Also, seal air leaks and make sure your home is properly insulated. That can cut energy bills by about 10%.
Well, that's great advice.
It's simple to use less energy and stay cool.
I used to stay cool by running through the sprinkler.
You can still do that.
To learn more ways to save when it's warm outside, visit DTEEnergy.com/tips. DTE Energy, know your own power.
The following is an incredible, life-changing free offer for anyone with hearing problems who wants to start hearing everything more clearly again. We're now offering free in-home trials of a revolutionary hearing breakthrough called Listen Clear to anyone who calls this special toll-free number now. 1-800-300-5440. Call in the next 10 minutes and you'll also qualify for free shipping and free batteries for life. Listen Clear is precisely designed by top audio engineers. It adjusts to let you find the perfect way to hear everything, wherever you are and whatever you're doing. And Listen Clear is so invisible, people may not even know you're wearing it. And it's so lightweight, you may even forget you're wearing it too. Don't miss this special life-changing opportunity to hear everything more clearly again for free with a 100% free in-home trial, free shipping, and even free batteries for life. For free information, call now. 1-800-300-5440. That's 1-800-300-5440. 1-800-300-5440.
The wait is over. Hurry on in for the bold, juicy, and savory Subway sandwich. Introducing a masterpiece of awesome flavor. Our steak and cheese sandwich, now with our signature horseradish sauce. Tempt your taste buds with a generous layer of tasty lean steak, crisp vegetables, and rich slices of melted cheese. Then top it off with a can't-wait taste of our new bold horseradish sauce. The horseradish steak and cheese sandwich. Why wait any longer? Be bold. Subway. Eat fresh. At participating locations, limited time only.
With Wow Choice, you can build your own plan. Just pick an internet speed, choose a cable package, and keep adding. So whether your name is Mr. Seymour Cat Videos,
Aw, little bitty kitty cats,
Ms. I'm a Gamer,
activate power shields and wizard spells,
or Ms. Lift a Post,
# dinner, y'all.
there's a plan with your name on it. Like if you only want internet, get 30 megs for just $24.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Or build your own package. That's Wow Choice. Offer subject to change. Certain restrictions apply. Visit Huawei.com for service descriptions, terms, and conditions.
High tech meets low prices this summer at the Home Depot. Right now, save up to 35% on appliance special buys, including the spacious GE Slate side-by-side refrigerator and the innovative Samsung stainless steel French door refrigerator. Your choice, just $9.98. A great new fridge for under $1,000 and savings of up to 35% on appliance special buys. Shop now and save, only at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Valid through July 13th, U.S. only. See store for details.
Ah, the sounds of summer. And this is the sound of summer skin being scratched because of the itching and irritation of what the season can bring. You need the fast relief of Cortisone 10 Intensive Healing Anti-Itch Cream. Unlike regular lotions, Cortisone 10 relieves itch and irritation with 1% hydrocortisone, the strongest non-prescription itch medicine, plus 7 healing moisturizers. Cortisone 10 makes summer sound fun again. Cortisone 10. Feel the heal. Use as directed.
The next time you're in Vegas, head to the D Las Vegas. It's not on the Strip. It's in downtown Vegas. The odds are better, the party's bigger, and you'll feel right at home. Book your stay today at thed.com. The D Las Vegas, your home for Detroit sports in Vegas. Can't get an open phone line? Use the Galliana's Van Dyke Dodge ticket text. 97136. It's always open. Don't overpay. Get into Galliana's Van Dyke Dodge today.
Avoid confusion. Set all your buttons to 97.1 The Ticket.
Welcome back to the show, 917. I can't say it's the best summer day out there, but definitely pretty nice out there. If you're just joining us, it's a Hardcore Mortgage Show. Get out there and buy yourself a house.
Bro, it's better than sitting to January 27th at 10 below zero.
Good reminder out there.
About that.
Or working at some conglomerate downtown.
Okay, hey, you can.
Why am I taking hate text?
I know there's like a hate text here or something on you. Anyways,
he woke up today and said, "Ooh, I'm going to text that mortgage show."
Yeah.
Hey, we're not real radio people, okay?
Yeah,
Trust me.
I don't know what's going on with people that hide behind email and texting and all that stuff.
It's called keyboard warriors.
There's usually two sides to every story, and when you find out the other side, you're like, "Oh, really? Wait a minute," you know? All right, 918. If you're just joining us, we want to take all your phone calls. 248-539-9797. Let's move off to our first call. Good morning, Chris. Welcome to our show.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, what's up, man?
How you doing, bud?
Good. Hey, kind of got an interesting situation. My father passed away a few years ago and left my mom. We have a cottage up in Traverse City area with a pretty big mortgage balance on the property, and she's been trying to sell it and hasn't got the price that she wanted to. So she came to me and said, "We would like you to take over."
Yes. Is he there? Hello?
We lost him.
I wanted to hear that. I was going to ask him. So, Chris, will you
call back, Chris?
Why don't you call back? Well, no, let's talk about the property. Let's talk about the square footage, bedrooms, bathrooms. We'll put you in touch with somebody, and they shouldn't have a problem selling a house in Traverse City.
Hold on. If a house in Traverse City hasn't sold, it's because it's overpriced.
Well, right.
Okay. Right. Well, any house, if it hasn't sold, it's because it's overpriced.
I'd like to hear the story, so call back, Chris.
Fair enough. 248-539-9797. We're going to take more phone calls. New reports indicate that rents climbed 0.4% in May, a new record high. Of course, it's 67 consecutive months where rents have gone up. If you're out there renting,
rent is so expensive.
It's so expensive.
For nothing.
Guys, that's not a good thing.
No, it's not a good thing.
It's a bad thing.
It's not always good. But anyways, 37% of households were renters. So it's not a good thing because what's happening is as rents are going up, these families are having trouble saving for down payments. So when you're having trouble saving for down payments, you need to know that there are several programs out there, including the VA loans with 0 down, conventional loans with 3% down, and FHA at 3.5% down.
Okay, so Harvey, you said that it's 37% of renters?
37% of households, yes.
So conversely, does that mean 63% own properties? Okay, so let's just use that math. Back in the 90s, I think home ownership got up to about 67%.
Those numbers make about sense, yeah.
Okay, so, we're about 3% away from all-time highs. Now, it's not necessarily good to be at 66 or 67% because then what happens? People don't make their payment, the foreclosure rate goes up. So let's put it this way. Right now, we might be a percentage point or two, but when you have 350 million people that possible can buy a house, you're talking about a significant number. Right now, what you're going to tell me is that there are more programs than ever to get into being a home buyer, and why should you rent if you can buy a house? Harvey, I'm a mortgage guy. That's how we make a living. But there are some people that don't want the hassle and responsibility of owning a house.
That's fine.
And that's fine. There's
Right,
nothing wrong with that.
And it takes a lot. Not only do you have to pay the mortgage, but you have to furnish the house. You have to pay the utilities. You have to cut the lawn. You have to do the maintenance. Some people don't want the hassle.
You got to budget for improvements later down the road. Sure.
So while financially owning a house might be better, for their lifestyle, they might not want the responsibility.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, where are you going to hear it first on the Hardcore Mortgage, Real Estate, and Business Show? That's the hardcore fact. I want to do as many loans as we can, but we also want to put people in a position to succeed that really want to be homeowners.
You know, H, it's so funny you brought that up. Scott, we did call on 1 second, man. Is it, you know, like we're in the mortgage business, and I mean, I'm not going to lie. Like if I write a loan for $500,000 versus $200,000, obviously the bigger loan balance pays our firm more money. I played golf with a guy yesterday, and I talked him out of buying a house for like $500,000. I'm like, dude, you're out of your mind, man. The guy's 31 years old. I'm like, you don't need that. Right. What's wrong with you, man?
I agree. People have to buy things.
Need that.
Right.
I don't like people getting into the same situations that prior generations did, and that's taking on too much debt.
Well, there's no doubt. Hey, we got lots to share with you. 248-539-9797. Let's go out to Clarkston and Scott. Thanks for calling the show. Welcome, Scott.
Hi, how are you guys doing?
Good. What's up,
Scott,
man?
Good morning.
I was calling. I was in a bankruptcy that is getting discharged. This June would have been This June was 5 years. 2 years ago, I kind of did a land contract with a person for a house where the purchase price would have been $187,000. I gave him $17,000 down. Guaranteed me the purchase price or the remaining balance of $167,000 would be what I'd have to mortgage it at.
Right.
I paid housements, paying the property taxes and the insurance and everything. My question is in a year from now, my agreement with them was for 3 years. In a year from now, I'm going to be able to hopefully mortgage that. Do I mortgage it for, if I can mortgage for the balance of 160 something, or for the original price that he gave me?
It's your remaining balance. But Scott, let me ask you a couple questions, man. So was it Chapter 7 or 13? It was a 13, correct? Because you paid it off over.
13.
Okay.
It was a 13, yes.
Was there a house in the bankruptcy?
No.
Oh, perfect. So I mean, you can actually do 1 day out of Chapter 13. So when are you done with that?
It's up this June. I haven't actually got the discharge, papers yet, but June was.
So June of 17.
No,
I'm sorry.
16.
It's up this June because we're in July now. So it's
June. This past June.
This
it was
past.
the end of June.
Yeah, I mean you can pay it off. I mean, so paying off a land contract, it's just like a standard refinance. It's not a purchase. So you're basically just doing it like you're paying off like any other bank. So it's a standard refinance.
Scott, I'll give you one extra tip that you might be interested in. If the house appraises for $200,000, you can go 85% cash out FHA, and maybe even pay off other debts or do home improvements.
Okay, but how bad does that bankruptcy going to affect my refinance?
It's not.
No, it is. It's got to go FHA.
Yeah, that's okay.
I mean, you're going to pay PMI. I mean, let's be honest. You had a bankruptcy. You didn't pay your bills on time. You ran up too much debt. You had to not pay people the money back that you owe them.
We like the idea that you pay off the land contract, get a transaction, get a mortgage, get that recorded. It'll improve your credit scores. The more new debts you have that you're paying on time will definitely improve your credit scores. And down the road, a couple years from now, if you want to switch it to a conventional loan and remove the MIP, the mortgage insurance premium, you'll be able to do that. Scott, I think it's actually a lot better situation than you thought it was. And what do you think? Does the house have some equity now also? What do you think it's worth?
It's probably worth about what the original price is. I mean, I don't think it's gone up a whole lot. My original purchase agreement price was, I don't exactly remember, but it was around $183.
And the balance is how much right now, Scott?
And the balance right now is $160.
Okay, yeah. I mean, so you've got some equity, man. Let me do this, buddy. Let me call after the show. I'll run some numbers for you, and we'll pull your credit, make sure everything's up to date, and you've reestablished, a couple of trade lines, and we'll go from there, man.
Sounds great, Scott.
Okay.
All right, good job.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Thanks for calling, Scott.
All right, hey, you know what's interesting? A lot of families jump right back in it, and they do these land contracts. And it does work out for some families. Look, Scott had a Chapter 13. One day out of the Chapter 13 discharge, he'll be able to get an FHA mortgage, pay off his land contract holder, and move forward with his life. Again, what scares me, though, is the families that do it right, they bought the house at a great price. Because if you did buy something 1, 2, or 3 years ago, there should be some built-in equity. If not, slow down a little bit and let's start getting better decision-making going on.
A land contract is a great bridge financing vehicle.
It is.
Okay, that's what it is. It's a means to an end. So you had an issue, you bought a house on land contract, and after time heals all wounds, right? After the bankruptcy, after everything, there's time factor, then you go ahead and refinance out of the land contract.
Easy enough. 248-539-9797. Let's move off to Sterling Heights. Good morning, Al. You're live on the ticket.
Yeah, good morning, gentlemen. Thanks for taking my call.
Good morning, man. What's up?
Well, I had just recently lost my wife, and I have a little nest egg, and I was thinking, I don't know if I should refinance or just put a larger amount of money down on the principal. I'm at 4 3/4 interest, and I owe about $91,000 on the house. And I just don't know if I want to refinance. I'd like to try to knock a few years off my mortgage, but I don't know if it's better to refinance.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to cut some time off off that mortgage, I mean, you could go to to a 10-year or a 15-year, and get a rate, in the high 2s, low 3s. I mean,
listen to those numbers. The high 2s or low 3s. After tax, you're paying no interest. But let me ask you this question: how many years left do you have on your existing loan?
Oh, well, we had just refinanced about 2 years ago, so it's a 30-year. So I'm up there about 27, 28 years left.
So there might be a chance that we could save you some money with the rates going down, but you're paying the majority of that payment is going to interest right now.
Yeah, I know.
Well, right. So I think there might be a chance that we could lower, if we take it down to a 25 or 20, or you could end up staying at the same payment. But that's something that, Alex and Harvey they'll do the math for you on it.
So would it be wiser just to put a larger amount down on the principal?
Al, I would not. I mean, honestly, at $91,000, it's not a ton of, it's not a huge mortgage. So, I mean, I'm not saying it's not a lot of money because it is, but it's not a huge mortgage amount. But I'd like to just see you keep, your nest egg where it is right now. I'm guessing your financial advisor is earning you more than 2.75% annually on that money.
Yeah, you're borrowing the money pretty inexpensively.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, I would say just leave it at $91,000. Let's do a refinance on it. Move it to like a 15-year fixed and be done with it.
Okay.
It's pretty boring. I wish I had a more fun conversation with you. So you like the Tigers?
I'm at the place where I really don't know if I want to keep the house, so I'm just kind of figuring if I can, cut some of the mortgage time and make the payment a little cheaper, then I might consider staying in the house a little longer, what I mean?
Let's do this. Let me call after the show, and let's actually talk about like what your goals are and where you want to be, let's just say 5 years from now. Whether you want to be out of the house or have the house paid off. And let's go from there. We'll have a talk, and we'll figure it out.
It's a great time to sell a house. Yeah,
awesome.
Right, Al. Great call.
Thanks, Al. See you, man.
All right. Alex, it's a great time to sell a house. Nicole's over here saying, hey, maybe we should sell now and take that money and get him the right house that he would really rather live in.
Maybe even a condo.
Sounds good. All right, when we come back, all your phone calls, 248-539-9797.
Karsh and Anderson Middays.
Hi, it's Doug Karsh and Scott the Gator Anderson. Coming up on Monday's show at 10:30, we're at the All-Star break. We'll take an assessment of where the Tigers are really at.
And at 11:35, what skill competition would you win?
Karsh and Anderson Middays. 97.1. The Ticket.
What if there was a stain for your backyard deck that not only made it glisten like that big wooden horse the day it rolled into Troy,
Open the gates! It's a present!
but stood up to bone-chillingly cold weather, or the sizzling heat, or even raining cats and dogs weather? If it can make your deck beautiful and survive any amount of torture, it makes you wonder, is it still stained? Arbor Coat Stain from Benjamin Moore. Visit BenjaminMoore.com to find an authorized retailer near you.
Hello?
Good morning, sir.
Who is it? Some guy with a clipboard.
In this election season, every vote matters.
Clipboard? And a Mountain Dew t-shirt.
It's Mountain Dew Decision 2016. Dew Nation asked to bring back 2 legendary Dew flavors. Now you decide which one stays.
Cool. Right on.
It's either Mountain Dew Pitch Black, a bold Dew with a twist of citrus and dark fruit flavor.
Pitch Black rules.
Or the equally outrageous tropical lime flavor of Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
Oh, I love Baja Blast.
So is it Mountain Dew Pitch Black or Mountain Dew Baja Blast?
Mountain Dew Pitch Black.
What?
Are you kidding? This calls for a debate.
It's Mountain Dew Decision 2016. Dew fans everywhere asked us to bring back 2 legendary flavors, but only one will stay, and you decide. Is it Mountain Dew Pitch Black or Mountain Dew Baja Blast? Vote online today at dewcision.com.
Pick up Mountain Dew Baja Blast and Mountain Dew Pitch Black at your convenience stores of Speedway today. Vote for your favorite flavor at dewcision.com and decide which flavor will stick around after the summer is over. Mountain Dew Decision 2016. 2 choices, 1 stays. You decide.
Are you over 25 and need to flatten your belly? If so, the next 60 seconds are crucial to your well-being because we're giving away free trials of the belly flattening discovery Nubiotics to anyone who wants to flatten their bloated belly fast. To experience dramatic results, call now for your free trial. But hurry while we're still giving them away for free. 1-800-500-0486. Nubiotics is scientifically formulated with natural ingredients to flatten bloated bellies fast by cleansing pounds of rotting food and toxic sludge from your body. It even combats periodic heartburn and acid reflux. But hurry. Due to overwhelming demand, there's a strict limit of 1 free trial per household. Again, if you're over 25 and looking for maximum belly flattening in minimum time, it's crucial that you write down this number for your free trial of Nubiotics. Hurry. Call now for details while we're still giving it away for free. 1-800-500-0486. That's 1-800-500-0486. If lines are busy, try again. 1-800-500-0486.
You know it. Your parents know it. And so do your friends and neighbors all over the state. Your grandparents know it. Heck, they've known it since you could see a movie for a nickel. Your coworkers know it. And so does that lady you saw race walking at the mall last Saturday. And thousands of doctors across our state? Yeah, thousands of doctors definitely know it too. There's one card that everyone in Michigan knows. For over 75 years, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan has been the card more people across our state have depended on to give them access to the health care they deserve. Everyone from your plumber to the guy who was behind you in line at the coffee shop this morning. So, wherever life takes you, you can go with confidence, knowing Blue Cross will be there for you and millions of other people, including the guy who just read you this radio ad. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan. Confidence comes with every card.
Are you looking for a pick-me-up that won't break the bank? Stop by McDonald's to get an icy cold soft drink for only $1. What a refreshing way to brighten your summer. McDonald's, I'm loving it. A la carte only. Participation may vary.
Sports news all day, every day. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Brought to you by Mercedes-Benz and Novi. Tigers shut out by the Jays 6-0. J.A. Happ, a pitcher they just lit up a couple weeks ago. He and 2 relievers combined in a 7-hit shutout. Edwin Encarnacion, a towering 3-run shot late in the game. Mike Pelfrey drops to 12-8, but pitched well, allowing 1 run in 6 hits in 6 innings. Tiger bullpen, including Kyle Ryan, lets him down. 1:07 p.m. today from Toronto. 0-2 Matt Boyd, the rookie in the mound for the Tigers right here. 97-1 The Ticket. Ian Kinsler not going to the All-Star game. Michael Saunders of Toronto getting 98% of the Canadian votes somehow. He is Miguel Cabrera, lone Tigers representative, and the White Sox become the first team in the Bigs to turn 3 triple plays in a season since 1979. At the Ticket Update desk, I'm Jeff Lesson. For more, 97.1theticket.com.
The baseball team that Detroiters love most. The Detroit Tigers live here. 97.1 The Ticket.
Welcome back to the show. It's 9:34, the Hardcore Mortgage Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Give us a call, Capital, all day long, all weekend long, at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. That's 1-800-569-7283. Always here in the studio, 248-539-9797. I'm Harvey Fried, Alex Nafusi, Harry Glanz with Capital Mortgage Funding. We brought Nicole Moskelin from Remax Classic in Milford, and Milford's been blowing up, Nicole. It's
Milford is blowing up.
That whole region has been really busy.
Absolutely. But a lot of my work's not even straight in Milford. That's where my office is located. We also have an office in Canton, Livonia, Novi, and Bloomfield. So I'm kind of all over the place.
You are.
It's not really Milford.
That's an understatement.
I put it one of the hardest working girls. You work all 5-6 counties right around here, and it's awesome to work with you. Your
drive doesn't bother me.
I know when I refer someone to you, Nicole, they are getting a house. They always come back and say they're so happy. You're a professional and you work hard for people. You understand the industry. That's what I love about it. And if you don't, you find and seek the right information.
People. I understand people too.
That's
it's
great.
not just the industry. It's people, their needs, where they're going to be in a couple of years. I actually had a client. Well, we have a mutual client that last week said, I was talking to them on the phone. They were like, we really love you more than Harvey.
Yeah, that's not.
And I
hard.
said,
Like
I'm
you.
gonna
Thanks, Harry.
tell them that. So,
Hey.
but I'm not using names.
All right, we're going to move on to some phone calls here again. We're going to talk about mortgages and real estate for another 25 minutes if you want to join us here. After that, we got Pat Caputo and Kyle Bogie coming up with some sports. Let's move off to Todd in Pleasant Ridge. Good morning, Todd. You want to refinance the house? Go ahead, sir.
Well, we're trying. Been unsuccessful so far, so I thought I'd give you guys a call. Situation is we purchased our home probably about 6 years ago. We bought low. So market's turned around. We've done some improvements in the house, and we're sitting pretty good on our equity. Got some credit card debt and looking to, refinance. We're in FHA loans. We're paying about $130 a month in PMI as well. So I'd like to get rid of the PMI, refinance, knock out some credit card debt, but we've been unsuccessful in refinancing.
Why have you been unsuccessful?
Well, here's the thing. The house is solely in my wife's name. Okay. When we bought the home, she was working. She was fully employed. She's got about a 780 credit score. But since then, we've had 2 kids. She stays home with the children now and is not employed. My credit is not the best, and I'm self-employed myself. So that's kind of our issue.
Okay, when you say your credit's not the best, what's your credit score?
It's in the 5s.
Okay.
Because of a foreclosure, bankruptcy?
Absolutely not. No.
Oh.
It's just I really don't have bad credit as far as like outstanding debts, bankruptcy. I've always been self-employed, and I just don't. I'm like a cash guy. I don't.
Yeah, but
really
Todd, hold on, time out, dude. Like just because you're a cash guy doesn't mean you can't pay bills on time.
I've always paid my bills on time.
Why do you have a 580 credit score then?
I did have some stuff going back about 10 years. I've since paid those off, but it's still affecting my credit.
All right, Alex is really, really good at getting people's credit scores to go a little bit higher, but there's a plan that he likes to put in place, and he could probably do that. That's step number 1. Step number 2 is this. When your wife bought the house, were you married? Are you on the title to that property?
I am not. I don't think so. I do not believe so. We solely put it in her name.
Okay, well, she can quit claim you onto the title.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I mean, and that way you could put a 2-pronged plan in motion. Alex can talk to you about your credit score. You put your name on the title. Okay, and then with some seasoning and your credit score going up, Alex can certainly take a look at refinancing the property. But this is going to take a little bit of time. It's not going to happen overnight.
Sure.
Yeah, potentially you also could add a cosigner if you're going to do an FHA mortgage on it and take advantage of a lower rate. You potentially could add a cosigner, a family member.
Right.
Maybe just to get you the loan, maybe for a short time.
Todd, it's going to be a stepping process, man. I mean, like I've worked with clients for years before. We've gotten the loans through sometimes. I mean, we got to get you on title first. And then I'd like to run your credit and see what the scoop is, because when you sound like a guy, like a smart dude, so I don't know what, like from 10 years ago, still holding your score down. So it could be something silly you don't even know about, man. It could be like an old medical bill or something.
That's the thing. I don't even know where to start to look to even wait. I mean, I have the money. I'll pay off whatever I need to pay off. That's not the problem. I don't really know where to start,
Yeah,
it's a good call, Todd.
Let me call after the show. I mean, next week, I live right down the street from you guys. I mean, so I'd love to take care of you and, hopefully see you at the bar one day and high five and, you'll be happy. So.
Right on. Give me a call.
All right, dude. Thanks, Todd.
All right, Pleasant Ridge. What do you got over there, Alex? That Cork wine place is there. What else? Pleasant Ridge
Cork is
cool.
great. I mean, Cork's it's a great restaurant. It's a little fancy for me. I'm more, like a cheeseburger.
Well,
guy,
again, Pleasant Ridge, right there on the Woodward corridor. I mean, it's jamming.
I'm not saying it's a great restaurant, but it's just there's lots of stuff right around there, man. He's in a good area.
Values have gone way up, so again, do the right thing.
That's a really, really. By the way, Nicole, you can jump in too. That's a really pretty area.
It is absolutely a very pretty area. I like Royal Oak, but I really love Pleasant Ridge.
Yeah, it's a nice little area. Good stuff. East Point, Chuck, what's going on, Chuck?
Hey, how you guys doing? I talked to you guys a couple of years ago. I don't know you guys, and you guys trying to talk me out of refinance because I was a little bit underwater in my house.
Yeah.
And then I talked to another company. Honestly, that I'm sorry to say, they completely ripped us off. They said something that was completely not true. It was Quicken Loans. They told me that they were going to refinance my home. They told me, "What do you think your house is worth?" I told them what I thought it was worth, but I'm no expert. They're like, "Okay, we'll take a $400 good." They called it a good Samaritan fee, saying that we're going to do business with you. That's not what it was. It was so they could send an estimator out the house, estimate my house is worth. That's not what they told me. Then they said, well, your house is only worth $60, which is exactly what I owe, so we're not going to be able to refinance your house. By the way, we're not giving you your $400 back.
Of course not.
Yeah. No, well,
I've heard that from a few people that they collect.
Yeah, but okay, I understand that, but okay, if that's what it is, it's not a good faith payment. It's a fee to have a guy come out, and that's not what they say.
Well,
they say something totally different.
It was an application fee. You got charged. I like to call it hostage deposit money.
Well, it went for the appraisal.
Well, it went for the appraisal, and they got paid for their service, and there's nothing wrong with that. But the understanding...
But that's not what they told me,
well,
you know what I mean?
That's right. So the understanding is what we do for people is we let people know up front, hey, listen, you're not an expert. The only way you can really tell what the value of a house is by hiring an appraiser. And are you willing to invest the $400 that it takes? Your answer should have been no, because you know it wasn't worth it.
Hey, Chuck, what's going on in the neighborhood? Are homes starting to trickle up to 70, 75,000?
Yeah. See, right now the house across the street from me just sold for $83,000.
That's what I want to hear.
Okay, and my house is way better condition than that. I've just updated my kitchen, and I'm not looking to move. You know what I mean? I don't like to be house rich. You know what I mean? The house I have is good enough for me and my family, and I want to refinance it now because I'm in an FHA loan, but I'm at 6%. I bought the house 10 years ago almost now, and at 6%, I guess is really, really high. And I don't even care if I put it back to a 30-year mortgage to get the payment lower because I'm more of quality of life. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Get my payment lower. I can spend that money on my kids and other things. And I've never missed a payment. My credit's pretty good now. But is now the time I should be refinancing and how much it's going to cost me and stuff like that? That's not much.
Yeah, I mean, Chuck, I'd like to revisit that right now. The values are back. I'd like to see if we can drop that PMI, that private mortgage insurance you're paying right now, and save you some money, man. Obviously, 6%, it's well over current market rates. And, listen, man, as a mortgage guy, I don't care what company it is. I'm sorry that happened to you. I mean, you lost $400. I mean, just from a pure professional standpoint, that's something that I don't like to see that happen to anybody, man. But yeah, let me call after the show. We'll talk and we'll figure something out.
Yeah, we're gun shy now. That's the only thing now. Now we're gun shy about who do we trust now. You know what I mean?
Okay, I told you not to refinance last time and sent you $400 and you gave it to somebody else. You should have just listened to me.
Right.
And you $400.
Well, that's only because they told me, it's just a good faith payment saying you're going to do business. That's not what it was. You know what I mean?
He lied. What can I tell you?
Hey, Chuck, thanks for the call, man. I appreciate your giving us a call on that. Thank you.
I look forward to hearing from you soon.
You got it, Chuck. Thanks,
248-539-9797. We take all your calls. A short little break coming up right here. When we come back, we can talk about home purchasing, selling, and everything else.
Hi, Brad. Walk that dog, baby.
Ace is the place that makes all your summer projects simple. You'll find spectacular deals on tools, paint, lawn and garden supplies, and more. From the best brands like Craftsman, Valspar, Scotts, and Miracle-Gro. At Ace, the helpful place.
What if I told you that buying or selling a home with our team meant that you get the opportunity to help out a local hero? Hi, I'm Realtor Jeff Glover. I'm proud to announce our new affiliation with Homes for Heroes, where we're giving 25% of our commission dollars back to a local veteran, firefighter, EMT, school teacher, and even nurses and doctors. But don't just take it from me.
Hi, this is Mike Craig from Brighton, Michigan. I heard Jeff's ads on the radio, and just like the ads say, he gave me a clear and concise plan to market my house, and he delivered on that plan. Jeff got me a great price for my house with no contingencies. That's money in the bank.
Homeowners who sell their homes with Jeff get an average of 98% of their asking price and sell their homes in an average of 23 days. Call Jeff Glover and Associates today at 855-JEFF-SELLS or visit online at housesoldname.com. Jeff Glover and Associates are the official real estate team of the Detroit Tigers and are proud to support Homes for Heroes. Realtor Jeff Glover, a house sold name. Jeff Glover is affiliated with Keller Williams Realty.
Hello again, baseball fans. I just love extra innings. I mean, what's not to like about more baseball, right? Just like BP gasoline with Invigorate can give you more miles. It helps clean dirty engine deposits ordinary fuels leave behind, so it can help you get more miles per tank. It's like extra innings for your car. New BP gasoline with Invigorate, our best fuel ever. Ordinary fuel refers to minimum detergency gas. Average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank based on fleet testing. Requires continuous use based on what you drive and how you drive.
MasterCard and Stand Up to Cancer are teaming up. Now, when you use your MasterCard to dine out and pay for a meal of $10 or more, MasterCard will donate to Stand Up to Cancer up to $4 million, one precious cent at a time. So call up your friends and start making dinner plans. Call up Jane. You haven't seen her in a while. And there's Carrie. You love Carrie. And when's the last time you saw her outside of spin class? And since you share the same babysitter, call Emily. Her mother can sit. You deserve it, Emily deserves it, and her mother won't mind at all. Because friends who sit together, stand together. MasterCard and Stand Up to Cancer. Priceless.
Use your Buy Power Card MasterCard from July 1st to August 19th to pay for a meal, and MasterCard will make a donation to Stand Up to Cancer up to $4 million, one precious cent at a time. Because a meal that makes a difference is priceless. Applies to qualifying restaurant purchases made with U.S. MasterCards. PIN and international transactions ineligible. Ends on August 19th or when max is reached, whichever comes first. Stand Up to Cancer is a program of the Entertainment Industry Foundation. Learn more at priceless.com/standup. The Buy Power Card is issued by Capital One N.A., and Capital One is not responsible for the contents of this message or any of the services mentioned.
At Davenport University, we're taking higher education to a higher level.
We created a 1-year MBA. We have a job guarantee for accounting undergrads. Our students understand everything from legal issues to data analysis to cultural diversity.
In my stats and finance classes, the environment was just like being in a real company.
We listen to what employers want, and then we adjust our degrees accordingly.
We're more data-driven, just like today's employers.
During my internship at a bank last summer, they were extremely surprised and very pleased with the amount of knowledge that I had coming in.
Today, my company has 20 locations, over 800 employees, and I owe it all to Davenport.
I'm responsible for $1 billion company, and I could not have done that without my Davenport MBA. It was life-changing.
To jumpstart or advance your career in business, look to Davenport and get where the world is going.
Getting your prior college credits transferred is easy. Plus, we offer generous transfer scholarships. Call 855-DAVENPORT. Classes begin September 6th.
Join the street team today from noon to 2 at Dick's Sporting Goods in Sterling Heights on Hall Road. Join us to celebrate the grand opening of the new Dick's. Stop by for great giveaways, new product sampling, and much more, only while supplies last. At the new Dick's Sporting Goods on Hall Road in Sterling Heights. Every season starts at Dick's.
Combine your love of sports with your desire to help others. Donate to 97.1 The Ticket's Student Heart Check program. You might just save a life. Visit cbsdetroit.com/Student Heart Check.
The station with the most important guest is you.
97.1 The Ticket.
Alrighty, welcome back to the show, 9:47. If you're just joining us, it's the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. That's right, folks. We have open lines, 248-539-9797. You can call in, discuss appraisals, discuss purchasing. If you're a real estate agent, a home inspector, anyone out there can call the show, but we don't take your ticket text, so definitely make sure you call in.
Well, I want to jump real quick, buddy, is that, somebody said, we complain about appraisals and why don't you educate, consumers more about appraisals. And, if it comes to complaining, it's not. It's more of a frustration thing because
there's nobody that wants to educate people on appraisals more than me.
We're trying to help.
We spend money trying to do this every Saturday.
Absolutely. And if you...
It's what I do every day, by the way.
So an appraisal is based on this. Realtors tend to say price per square foot. An appraisal is based on comparable sales. So it's what houses have sold for near you. It's not based on price per square foot. It's based on comparable sales.
And there's a lot that goes into those comparable sales. It's not just apples for... they really literally have to go through each comparable to make sure it's actually comparable. And people don't realize that. And you don't want to see your client out $400 or $500 for an appraisal. So, of course, we try to educate them.
And what it was 2009 or 10, the Home Valuation Code of Conduct came out, which means we have to go through an appraisal management company, and we have to go through it was basically a third party to hire an appraiser. And I just, our frustration is certainly, I don't want to be misconstrued as complaining. There's too much variance now, and that's what frustrates us. So I'm certainly not, complaining as much as it's venting frustration. I want us to be worth more, not less.
Right. We want Michigan to be the most desirable place in the country.
I don't want Michigan to go down. I'm trying to help you guys.
Well,
so that's where it comes out.
And the fact that we tell it like it is, some people can't handle the truth. That's just the way it is. We try to educate. We get down to the hardcore facts. We do our homework. We're not going to be outworked. And we just deal in the facts. There's no, when a home buyer says to us, what's the property worth? And it comes in at $400, but the purchase price is $420. I don't want to tell them it's 400. I want to tell them it's 420, but I work for the client. So my responsibility is to the client. And the house came in at 400. Okay, that's what it is.
Let's move off to a call here. We got Glenn out in Waterford. Hey, Glenn, my neighbor. What's going on, Glenn?
Hey, I just I got a question. Do you guys? I'm looking to buy a car condo, and I know when I say that,
I know what it is.
Away. Okay.
Yeah, it's the track where the track is up in Pontiac, right?
Right, the M1 Concourse. Now, like 3 months ago, I could have bought this unit for $80,000, and the banks laughed at me and said you're crazy. Now it's $115,000. And, I talked to one guy in the first building. He bought his for $70,000. He sold it for $140,000, and he hasn't even moved in.
Hey, Glenn, here's what you can do. Look, we're residential lenders. We don't handle that type of transaction. But you could, if you have equity in your house, pull the equity out of your house, use the equity, and buy the place for cash. So, I mean, we don't have a mortgage. I can't offer you a mortgage on that. It's very unique. There are some banks doing financing. It might be a personal loan, but again, if you have equity in your house, you could do a home equity loan, or you could do a mortgage. If you own your house free and clear, you just take the equity out of that.
Now I know you guys are, that's kind of in your backyard, and I know one bank has rolled out there now, and it is starting to talk to people that are interested. A local bank that has different tools they can use. But have you guys heard anything about? I mean, is this a good investment, a poor investment? Or are you guys not really sure?
Yeah, here's the deal. Brad's doing a great job selling those units. It's a novel concept. We have a great many car people like yourself that are car enthusiasts that are buying these things. Classic cars are going in. They want to store their cars. Exotic cars are in there. If you're a car guy or gal and it's part of your lifestyle and you can afford to do it, why not? Why not do it? It's a quality of life thing. And it's a cool thing out there. And I think they're doing a great job, and Brad Olshansky's doing a great job out there. So why not? But if you can afford it. I mean, it's something that you love. It's a passion, and those people, car people are unto their own. It's a great community out there, and where better than in metropolitan Detroit? I mean, we're the car capital of the world. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, because I mean, I look back at all these swings in the economy up and down, and there's one thing that doesn't change in the Midwest, Ohio and Michigan especially. It doesn't matter if people are working or not working. If this part of the country, it's so different about cars.
Well, it's like anything else. It's people's passion, and if it makes sense to you, then you should do it. But that we can't tell you to do it. I mean, I don't want to get you in any debt. Bottom line is, if you can afford it and it's something you want to do, then just do it.
Go for it. Hey, Glenn, thanks for the call. We appreciate it. We'll follow up with you. 248-539-9797. We have some open lines if you want to jump in. I mean, definitely during the boom.
I don't even know what is that.
I have no idea.
Look, you know how you might like a boat and you have a $100,000 boat out there at Mac and Ray's or something like that?
No, I don't know that, but I wish I could afford that. But
they're car condominiums.
Okay,
it's cool. And there's a track out there. There's restaurants out there. If you're a car enthusiast and you have 1, 2, 5, 10 cars, you can go ahead and you can buy a condo and you can store your car there.
Okay. All right.
You could be with other people that have a similar interest like you. You could share your thing, hang out with them, and it's a cool thing.
It's like you and your golf buddies there at the club.
Right. There's no difference.
It's the car buddies.
Okay. That makes sense. All right. I used to know what it was. I mean, I wasn't making money.
I don't either.
No.
During the boom, of course, loose credit is really what got some people into trouble. I mean, home ownership was at all-time highs. False promises. You know what happened next. That's really what the concept of the show is, making sure that people don't do some of the things that they did in the past to get themselves into financial trouble. Again, you watch the show, if you saw the movie The Big Short, it's worth seeing. It's
Great
what went
movie.
down. Yeah,
Yep.
It's what went down, and we just sort of bring you the show to prevent that from happening. If you go back and you replay the shows 16, 15, and 14 years ago, and I'm telling you, if you go back and replay any of our stuff, we've been on the money on this stuff. And again, no one's patting themselves on the back. All we're saying is,
Harvey, don't compliment me like that. You're making me blush.
All we're saying is, buyer beware. Again, don't get yourself into trouble. We are starting to see, Harry, we talked about it earlier this week, we're starting to see some of these bad loan offers out there. Some stated income programs are creeping their way back into our industry.
The bad actors are back. The fraudulent email, the fraudulent offers, the mass mailers are all coming out. Rates get down to these all-time low levels, and everybody starts coming out again. We have not learned our lesson. we're in the financial services industry. We're our own worst enemies. You got to go to people that have been around the block a few times, that have a good reputation, that know what they're doing. Okay, just because you get a mass mailer in there and you call a number, they'll tell you to send $500.
You start sending it, yep.
Then you're going to start sending your money all over the place, and it just doesn't work out that way.
Yeah, at the end of the day, what we're trying to do is bring you some great information, continue to build strong communities and strong neighborhoods across Southeast Michigan. That's the cool part about it. Hey, we're going to sneak a call in here. We got Sherry calling in from Flint. Good morning, Sherry. Welcome to the show. We don't have much time, so be quick.
Hi, my parents have a place in Florida that they have a mortgage on it, and we want to add my name to the title of that home.
Yeah.
Can that be done, and is there a cost to do that?
Yes, you can do that, and there's a very little cost. You'll have to call a title company in Florida. I would look in the city, just Google title companies in the city you're in, and in Florida, and just give them a phone call. I think it could be, here in Michigan, it's just a recording deed, so it could be as little from like $20 to like $90, so it's not much at all.
Oh, it's not based on the mortgage value or anything like that?
I don't believe so. Unless Florida's different on that, I don't believe that to be true. Yeah, it's just going to be a recording fee. You're going to do here they do it a quick claim deed, and I think it's the same down in Florida.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Very good.
Awesome.
Good luck
Thanks,
to
Sherry.
you. Hey, that was simple. All right.
That was easy.
Easy enough. Again, I want to remind you to call Capital Mortgage Funding all weekend long, all day long at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage bankers. Folks, mortgage rates have never, ever, ever been this low. Have they, Harry? I don't think so.
And not since I've been alive.
No. Okay.
That's a long time, baby.
We want to thank Nicole Moscow
Thank
first
you.
for coming in Remax Classic. If we didn't get to your calls, be sure to call Capital Mortgage or call us here next week. For Alex DeBussy, Harry Glanz, I'm Harvey Free. We got Pat Caputo, Kyle Boat coming up with sports. See you next Saturday.
Preceding was a paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.